Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Yes, it is the fifth day of Christmas. It is going down on the Denise Merriweather business page. Have you guys been inviting people? Have y'all been sharing this? Have y'all been doing what I've been asking you to do? I told you to tag a friend, your business bestie, the person that you want to grow with you, right? Because growing is what's going to help you and your friends have something in common. Because if you wind up growing beyond your friends and your circle, guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall up from that circle. You're going to get a new circle. And it ain't nothing wrong with getting a new circle because sometimes your circle don't want to grow. So you got to do something different. But if you want that same circle to grow with you, that means you need to invite them to the party. So hopefully you guys did that. So let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. Yes, it's the number one training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. We do this by helping you build your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. Because remember, I told you the reason why we do all of this, going to work, building the businesses, getting the degrees, doing all the things, is to be obedient to what he has called us to do, right? Whatever the Holy Spirit had led you to do, the thing that you dreamt about when you was a child, all those things, in order to bring those things into manifestation, there's some training that you have to do. There's some things that you have to do on your part to answer the call. So look, today is day 5, and we are going to talk about why evaluation matters when it comes to your success. Now, as you guys are grabbing your paper, your pen, and all the things, go ahead and hit the share button. Go ahead and hit the share button. Go ahead and hit the share button. I'm going to go ahead and give my guest an opportunity to introduce herself, right? And she's going to tell you who she is, what she does, and all the things. And then we're going to get into these points she's going to drop for you today. All right. So I'm passing it over to you. Would you go ahead, ma'am, and introduce yourself? Let the Deneen people, the world, know who you are and what it is that you do.
Hey, Deneen. First, thank you for having me. This is the first
Glad you said yes.
opportunity I get to talk about my business. So thank you
Yay.
for having me here, and thank you for everybody who's joining or coming in. So first, I introduce myself. My name is Shureka Hargrove, and I'm the CEO and the founder of Shar Research and Evaluation Group, where we really focus on facilitators of after-school programs, and we help them with reporting outcomes, data collection, and site observations. So if you're running an after-school program, you're thinking about running an after-school program, or even looking for funding for those services, we're here to help you with that.
See, way to go. So look, if you already have a program, or maybe even similar to me, like I recently pitched to become a vendor of an after school program. So if you're thinking about wanting to teach kids, high school, middle school, some of the programs that you have within your business, then Shureka need to be the person that you reach out to so she can help make sure that you got these things together. So look, the conversation that we want to have today is about why evaluation matters when it comes to measuring your success. So how do you want to start this conversation? Tell us, what should we be doing?
So first I'll tell a little bit background, a little elevator speech. So I'm working in a district that has about 80 schools. So I
Okay.
actually lead the evaluation department there. So we're over grant writing, we're over supporting the schools, teachers, principals. And so I do this on a daily basis. Me and my team, we go out and help look at the services that we're providing to our kids. That's about 55,000 kids at 80 schools.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, okay, how can I help the community? So community programs like the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, or even if you have a nonprofit, even Deneen, if you had a nonprofit, you had the staff and the ability to serve about 50 kids, you could actually start your own after school program.
Wow.
So that was kind of like the why I started this program. And then we realized a lot of people talk about evaluation, a lot of people do surveys, but they really don't understand the science and the methods behind it. So we knew that there were ways that we can support these programs. So that's kind of how the business idea came. I'm here to help. Kids are my passion. We need these services for our kids. We know all kids don't come to school with the same resources as everyone, the inequities in the district. We're just here to help and make sure we keep these services for our kids.
Right, right. Yeah. And I remember when we had the conversation about why you started the business, and you talked about how these after school programs were some of the reasons why you and your siblings had a place to go, had something to do, stay out of trouble. If you guys can relate to that, hashtag relate, hashtag relate, right? Needing something to do after school while the parents is working. I don't remember. I believe we said door latch kids. I was a part of that, right? I was a part of the kids that went home after a certain age, and we were told, lock the door. and don't let nobody in while I'm out here handling my business, right? So
Right.
you guys may be able to relate to that. Linda, I see that you're in the house again tonight. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely share this video. Let people know that we're here and we're in conversation. And I know it's a different time tonight, but we're still about to drop these nuggets. So go ahead, start us off. Number one, if you had to share like why evaluation matters to our success, what would be the first thing that you tell us about?
So the first point, it'll be 3 E's tonight, if you remember that. So the first E is going to be the effectiveness of the programs.
Okay.
The main part of evaluation is just to collect data and tell your story. You want to know what happened. Did your kids like the program? Did the parents like the program? Was it helping the parents? Evaluation is a way to tell that story. You can do that by surveys. You can interview your kids. You can talk to parents. But the main reason that you're trying to do an evaluation is to find out how effective your after school program is.
And for y'all business owners out there that think that this is not good information, if you had a program similar to me, like as I'm teaching Queenpreneur's Jumpstart program, I'm evaluating and asking questions throughout the program. So how is it going? What do you like? Can you write a testimonial for me? What has been the nugget so far that you've learned? What were some of the things, the aha moments, things that you found out as soon as you entered in the first day, right? So those things are part of evaluation to make sure that the program is effective, because some of you guys may have a program and you're believing that it's going to help people do one particular thing, but when they come out through the other side of the program, guess what? They got something else, right? That's totally how some of my clients feel when they come up to sign up for coaching sessions. They come in wanting one particular thing. Now, I know that they're going to leave with something totally different, because the things that they're saying about themselves, the things that they think about themselves, it's not really truly them. It's just a conversation that they're having in the back of their mind that's holding them back from the goals that they set for themselves. So I'm there to expose and shine a light on that conversation, similar to what the effective programming of your after school program would do. Is going to shine a light on the things that those students need and help them get to that next step by the end. Is there anything else you want to talk about in reference to effective programming and what you should be doing with that first E?
So also with that effectiveness, it gets to tell you what things are going right and what things are going wrong.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a program for a year, you don't want to wait until the program is about to be over to know that the kids didn't like the food. They just needed better activities to go outside. They wanted to be outside more. So really with that effectiveness, it tells you what's going on during the program so you can make changes before it's over.
That's it. And you want to know, so hashtag effective, hashtag effective, because you want your program to be effective, and you got to know that it's effective before you get to the end. Don't wait to figure out that your program working or not working at the end of the program. It's going to be what? Too late. Hashtag is too late. Hashtag is too late. Hashtag is too late. Oh, I see you, Sean. You are in the building. Thank you. So you are a note taker, girl. You got to drop these nuggets. We've been looking for you. You've been doing such an amazing job for the 12 days of Christmas. We were talking about you before we started going live. I was like, I don't know if she's gonna be here today, but my sister is tearing up the chat. So definitely help us take these notes. Hashtag is too late. That's right. Don't wait to see whether or not your program is here. Thank you, Linda. Definitely make sure you're figuring out whether or not it's effective before you get to the end. All right. So what's number two? What's the second thing that we should be focusing on?
So that too late ends up being, you may lose your funding. So the second E is evaluating funding. Everybody wants a grant. Everybody wants to write for grants. When you hear about grant writing, it's a hot topic. Even when I started a business and said, oh, I have a little bit of experience writing grants, that catches everybody's attention. But when you write grants, there's an evaluation component to it. Nobody's going to give you millions of dollars. The state, the federal, or foundation is not going to give you thousands and millions of dollars, and they're not going to ask you, so what happened with the money? Did you do what you said you was going to do with the money?
Right.
And those are the questions that get answered when you do the evaluation. So, for example, for after school elevator speech, the most popular funding source for after school programming in the state is the 21st Century Community Centers Learning Grant. Okay. This is a 3-year grant, up to $400,000 for 3 years. So the federal government is not going to hand you $1.2 million and not ask any questions. So you're going to have to report. In the district that I work for, we get this grant for several years, and about 80% of the time we spend doing data collection and reporting. Mid-year, end of year, quarterly, we have to talk to parents, students, teachers, but evaluating the funding, that's the most important piece.
Yeah. And how you doing out there, Jackie? Thank you so much for coming. So listen, I want you guys to get that this is a very important topic right here, right? This evaluating and making sure you're evaluating and collecting the data, because like she said, the evaluation part is what's going to help you keep your funding. And if you're not evaluating and telling people what's going on with the coins, guess what's going to happen? You're gonna lose the coins. Hashtag keep the bag. Hashtag keep the bag. Hashtag keep the bag. Because remember when I was talking to you about serving, like we want to serve the community. We want to build an amazing program for children, but it don't mean that we want to do it for free. And it don't mean that we want to lose our funding. We definitely don't want to go to jail. Y'all, come on now. We don't want to go to jail. We don't want to be accused of stealing people money, right? Hashtag keep the bag. What you say?
The feds don't play.
You said they don't.
No, I'm not going to jail because you didn't want to do a survey.
That's it. Okay. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail for not doing the survey. No. So you guys need to get the evaluation process going and making sure that you're holding on to the funding that you worked so hard to get. So what about the next thing? Or do you have anything else to add about that? She said no jail. That's right, LaShawn. No jail. We ain't trying to go to jail for nobody. Okay.
Remaining compliant. That's the biggest piece of the grant. One of the things you mentioned was an effective after school program. So we don't want these programs to look like school. Research about kids spend about 80% of their time outside of school. So they go to school for the academic piece. They don't want to spend another 3 hours after school feeling like they're sitting in school. So that evaluation will tell you what things are fun, things are not going fun. You need to know what these kids are using, because these are the most important programs, which adds to the why I created the business. I see a lot of nonprofits who have after school programs, and then after a year, sometimes you don't hear about them anymore. But we got working families, we got kids who we don't want them to stay at home. We need them in these safe and supervised learning environments. So we want to keep the money going so we can keep the programs for the kids going.
Yeah. And you want to make sure that it's fun. She said you don't want it to feel like it's another class at school. So you need to be innovative, creative. Definitely talk to the students about what it is that they want to do, what it is that they want to create. I don't know what it is that you may be doing in your after school program. If some of you guys have after school programs, say me, say I, say me, say me, say me, say me, just so we'll know who's in the audience. If you're thinking about building an after school program and need to get in contact with Shureka after this, I want you to say, put in the number 3, put in the number 3, put in the number 3. So then if you want to follow up with her later on to discuss these components or where you are, I believe she has a free consultation for 30 minutes that you could talk about what you're thinking about creating to see whether or not she would be the perfect partner for you. So is there anything else that you want to add to this conversation about why evaluations matter when it comes to being successful?
Nope, just that evaluation is going to tell you if it's successful or not. And usually they're not looking to see that, oh, you said you want to serve 100 kids and you only served 80. That doesn't matter. You ran a program, you served those kids. So funders are going to say, okay, you're trying, you're doing evaluation, you're letting us know this is what's going on. So we're going to continue to give you funding. And these are things that I know off topic. Like I said, we've been doing this for years. I've been a part of this grant, specifically one of the grants that we have. And that's all they look for. You're trying, you're keeping our kids safe. We're making sure the kids are staying off the streets, giving them something fun to do, giving them food and transportation, and we're helping those working families get this money.
And if you had to share like some of the greatest challenges or problems that a lot of after school programs are facing that you haven't talked about, what would be some additional things that you could tell them? What are some of these challenges that the creators of the program don't think about that winds up tripping them up towards the end and they lose their money?
One, I think they don't budget for evaluation. They don't really think about it until the end. You can't think about evaluation when it's time to give a report. So I would say keep an evaluation at the front end, which is why if we get involved with a nonprofit or agency, we want to be involved throughout. So I would say thinking about evaluation at the beginning. You need to develop some instruments, some surveys, some interviews, collect the data at the front and not at the end. I don't think they think about staffing. If you have 50 kids, the ratio is usually 1 tutor to 7 or 8 kids. So you're going to need about 5 or 6 staff members to run your program. The director can't run the program and do the staffing and open the doors and clean. They're going to need a full staff of tutors, site leads, transportation, bus driver. They need all those things involved. I would also say getting connected to a school district. Some nonprofits have a building, like the Y, they have the building that they can serve their kids there. If you connect with the school, there's a free building, there's a resource there. So you don't even have to budget that money in your grant.
Right.
So I would say maybe get connected with the local school who needs the services for those kids. I'm sure a lot of parents, you can find at least 50 kids at a school whose parents need somewhere for their child to go after school.
That is so true.
So all of these are benefits that actually benefits the child. Thinking about the grant, this grant is to get money to serve our children and our working families.
Yeah, I just attended my daughter's concert, her recital tonight, and I was talking with a parent, and she was saying how she needed some place for her kids to go after school, and she wound up putting them, I think, in taekwondo or some type of extracurricular activity just so they'll have a place to go. What if God has called you to create a program for kids after school to help give them, different ideas on how to do different things, how to cultivate their gifts, how to look outside of the normal careers that people recommend to them, to develop other skills? Because I tell you what, some of these the skill sets that they're looking for the after school program, definitely for the 21st century, and I thought that was so amazing when I started doing my research on it, was that they really focus on social and emotional learning, right? That's like a key phrase. That's a key thing. Remember how we talked about it being emotional? Hashtag is emotional. Hashtag is emotional. Hashtag is emotional. Like, you got to remember that people have feelings. They want to connect. They want to be emotionally tied to the thing that they're doing. That's what's going to keep them engaged. That's what's going to keep them coming, keep them showing up, right? You got to keep that energy there. You got to keep that emotion there. You got to keep that love and that passion and what it is that you're doing, right? It's emotional. Hashtag it's emotional. Hashtag it's emotional. Don't leave the emotions out of it, because the emotion is probably the reason why you're actually making the decisions that you're making. That's why sometimes it's hard to explain the why you created something, the why that you're doing something. You normally just say, I don't know, it just feels right. Or when you say that you can't jive with a person, or you don't know why you don't click, you just like, I don't know. It just don't what? It just don't feel right, right? So don't ignore your feelings. They're there for a reason. So make sure that you're connected. Make sure that you stay locked in, because emotions play a great part in the success of your business and the things that you're creating. You want people to be emotionally connected to your reason, to your purpose, to the thing that you're creating. And if you have not gotten in front of the right audience, right? Because some of you guys may not be interested in after school programs or building your own programs, but you know someone who is, right? Or some program that assisted you along the way that you have affinity to, right? The Boys and Girls Club, we all have done something like that, right? I remember doing gymnastics growing up. I remember doing so many things after school to help keep me out of trouble, number one, to give me an activity, right? I was a cheerleader. I played volleyball. I did all these different activities, right? Some after school programs, some things that they created and provided in the neighborhood just because I lived there. It was something for me to do at the community center or the school after hours. So what is it that you guys are passionate about that you know that children need? Hey, Carol, how you doing? Thank you for hopping in, right? So look, I want to go ahead and drop this link, because I haven't dropped it yet, in reference to the gift that you're going to be giving away. I'm super duper excited about it. I think it's going to be so helpful for those who have after school programs, for those who have different programs in their business that may need this information to help build the surveys, to help figure out the why and all the different things. Tell us about the gift that you're actually giving away today.
So the name of the book is called Presenting Data Effectively, and this is by Dr. Stephanie Evergreen. If you ever run across an evaluator or someone doing data, they probably have this book. I had a couple of these books. This book is probably worth about $60, $70. She's the guru, the go-to when you're talking about telling your story. So again, if you're going to do a report, it's not just going to have to be a bunch of numbers and charts, and there's a specific way and a science to presenting data effectively and telling your story. So that's the giveaway that comes with this talk today.
Look, so you got to be in it to win it. You got to be go ahead, show it. You got to be in it to win it.
Sure. So easy to read.
Easy to read, all the things. It's going to give you great information for you to go ahead and put together your program, or at least the starting stages of your program. Because of course you can sign up for the free consultation. So let me go ahead and put her actual site up here so you guys can do that too, because she does have a 30-minute free consultation. So if you're thinking about building a program to go after the 21st century grant, or you want to do a program to run on your own and go after the grant money, then she's the person that you need to talk to. Why? Because she does it all the time. She's super knowledgeable. She knows what she's doing, and she can at least help point you in the right direction, right? And if nothing else, you need to put your name inside the hat to get this book, So you'll have this information. So maybe you're not ready today, but when you are ready, remember we talked about yesterday, now, later, then now and later, right? What information do you need to execute right now? Your next thing right now, is it the book? Is it the consultation? Which one is it? Which one can you wait a little while because you don't need it yet in your business? Is it the consultation or is it the book? Or do you need both of them now? You need the book and you need the consultation. Then you definitely need to sign up for both of them, the free consultation and also the free book. So listen, she also has a great package for you guys that have programs now that don't have an evaluation system. Because remember, you don't want to wait till the last minute to start trying to collect data. So this is the stage where you should be asking all the questions, doing the evaluation, seeing if the program is effective. Do the recap for your E's again. What were the 3 E's that you talked about tonight?
The first E is effectiveness of programs.
Okay.
The second E is evaluating funding.
Yep.
And the third E was the emotional connection to the child.
The emotional connection to the child. So listen, you guys, don't wait until it's time for you to have all the proof to try to get the proof. She told y'all that. That's where you go wrong. Hashtag too late. Hashtag is too late. And hashtag money gone. Hashtag money gone. Hashtag money gone. It's going to be too late for you to be doing that at the end, right? Thank you, LaShawn, for putting the notes in there. Here is the link for you to go check out her services so you can sign up either for the wrap up, because maybe you already know you need assistance with your wrap up and you need to go ahead and book a session with her to help see how she can assist you with getting all the wrap up. This is actually the link that I'm showing here on the screen. I'll put it in there again in the chat. If you want to go ahead and register for an opportunity to win that amazing book that she's giving away, then I want you to go ahead and do that as well. Don't miss out on the opportunity. And if you want to schedule a consultation, go to her website, click on it now, schedule your consultation. I'm sure are you still working or are you off for the holiday?
Oh. No, we're still working.
Okay, so she's still working. She's still taking appointments. So go ahead, get your appointments in. Get it while you can get it, while the getting is good. Okay, LaShawn, you sitting up here putting out this. Okay, here we go. We got these steps. Okay, so effectiveness of program, evaluate and funding. Oh, thank you, Linda. Hashtag money gone. That's right. Don't wait until your money gone. I'm loving this. You guys, I love you guys. I love your participation, right? And then emotional connection to the child. All of this is important. So don't wait until the end to start trying to evaluate to see what's important, if whether or not it's effective, whether or not you're doing what you need to do to keep your funding, and whether or not you're emotionally connecting to the child. So look, you guys got everything that you need. Register for the great gift that she's giving away. If you want the free consultation, go ahead and get the free consultation. Go ahead and set up. And if you already know that you need her help for the wrap up of your programs, because that's the season that you're in right now, you need to go ahead and purchase that package and get a great deal, because she has it at an amazing price and you don't want to miss out. Well, she said awesome information. Thank you so much. It is. And just because you don't have an after school program, this information is still important if you're running any type of program in your business. Like, you need to know how to evaluate what your clients are getting, whether or not they're actually reaching the goals and getting the outcomes that you promised. You don't want to wait until the end of the class, the end of the course, the end of their experience with you to figure out it wasn't working for them. You should know way in the beginning so you can shift and correct, right? Hashtag I'm shifting. Hashtag I'm shifting. Hashtag I'm shifting. Girl, you already know these hashtags be serious, right? So listen, I love you guys. Always looking forward to serving you. Shureka, is there anything else that you want to tell the audience before we go tonight?
We just want to secure the funding.
Yes.
Secure the funding. Evaluation is important. You can't do it without it.
Yes. So if you want to secure your funding, you got to do the evaluation. You work so hard to get the money. Don't lose it. Think about the children that you're serving. Think about the community that you're in. Think about the kids needing something to do after school, and your program is the perfect fit for them to do that. So look, we appreciate you. Thank you guys for showing up. Awesome. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much, LaShawn, Jackie, all the people that are here. Make sure you share the video. If drop your name in the chat. Carol, I see that you're in here. Oh, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. How you doing? Hi, Amanda. Yes.
Jackie,
I'm looking here at say it again.
Jackie, that's my aunt.
Hi, Aunt Jackie.
Hey,
Hey, Auntie, how you doing? All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. So tomorrow, you guys, special treat. It's my anniversary, number one. Number two, my husband is going to be here with me, and he's going to tell you about the pursuit of wisdom. Why? Because wisdom is beautiful. Hashtag wisdom is beautiful. Hashtag wisdom is beautiful. Hashtag wisdom is beautiful. So tomorrow we back at 6 o'clock. We back at 6 o'clock tomorrow with John Merriweather. Yes, I would say his middle name, but I ain't gonna do it to you. I ain't gonna do it to you, babe. I know you out here listening. But look, we'll be here tomorrow. It's our anniversary. Come celebrate with us. Share. Do all the things. We're gonna talk about the pursuit of wisdom. I love you guys. Always looking forward to serving you. She said, Johnny Wani. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Register to win. Always looking forward to serving you. See you then. Have a good night. Bye.